Hi, I'm Travis Wayne Goodsell, and I realize I need to do an introduction to all of these different videos uh, if they get separated from others. Uh, I was born and raised Mormon of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, as Nelson demands everybody call it. I have been in positions of high influence, not power and authority, influence, and have seen and been involved in many things that have gone on. And so I also have studied the church faithfully, as a good Mormon boy was commanded to do. Except that I didn't get to church history. I focused on scriptures and languages. And now that I've found out about church history, I'm now speaking out against the church and encouraging Mormons to leave. I am their warning voice to get out and free themselves from the bondage that we have all been under. And I've talked about all of this in other places, but just so that you understand where I'm coming from in these commentaries of General Conference for this session. And yes, on my YouTube channel, the Russians will put thumbs down instantly, but yeah, I already know who they are, and yeah, nobody's going to stop them, so the thumbs up and thumbs down mean nothing to me. They don't hurt my feelings, but if you're going to be fooled by them, oops. So understand, Mormons, that I want you safe. I want you rescued. And for those who aren't Mormon, who are critical of the church, understand that your criticism is misguided because the church has deceived you. And we're getting to the next speaker, so I'll stop here. So this is what's going on with everything that's going on.
Items that are cheap or temporary.
The woman who's speaking now, I missed who she was in authority, but she's now talking about how material possessions do not bring happiness. You need to give up worldly possessions and pursue gospel living. Become monks and nuns, in other words.
We have a dear friend who was a train engineer.
So, yeah, unbelievable.
He spotted a car stop. When we were baptized as members of the church,
if you haven't caught on to what it means for her to say possessions don't bring happiness, the Constitution talks about happiness, and it also talks about possessions. Possessions are the pursuits that we make in life for our career field, of which is supposed to bring us satisfaction and joy and happiness as we improve the lives of others. She's not talking about that kind of use of possessions. She's talking about the covenant path. She's trying to kiss up to Nelson. Nelson's the one who started the covenant path wording. And it's a nice painting of that. But notice also that she says that possessions don't bring happiness, but she's an elite white rich girl in the church, a woman in the church. Her husband has done very well for her. They have many possessions. Don't be surprised about that. And so here she's speaking from a position of high stature, of great possession, not just family and Christ and blah, blah, blah. Material possession. You know, that seems like a simple shirt, but I'm willing to bet it cost $50 to $100. And Who knows about her skirt? But she's being a hypocrite here. She's telling you poor people to not desire to be like her. And she's not realizing that she's projecting. So, just thought I'd point that out for you.
Don't we sometimes rationalize our behavior?
Rationalize behavior as mortals.
Our actions as being in the
Actions.
Or mixing good
Weren't she talking about possessions?
Anytime we say, however, except, or but, when it applies to following the counsels of our prophet leaders,
See?
or living the gospel carefully, we are in fact saying, that counsel does not apply to me.
So maybe I will be doing comments through the whole thing, because people are just given so much fodder.
Not a right way to do the wrong thing. The youth theme for 2019 is taken from
So
John
the ends
14,
don't justify
verse
the
15,
means. That's
where the
the
Lord
philosophy she
instructs,
was using there.
If ye love me, keep my commandments. If we love him as we claim, can't we show that love by being a little more careful in living his commandments? Being careful
See, commandments.
in living the gospel
It's
does
like,
not
what commandments,
necessarily
guys?
mean being
Mormons,
full of
what
self.
commandments? Follow the
What it
prophet.
does mean
Whatever
is
he
we
says,
are
that's the commandment.
appropriate in our
But
thoughts and behavior
no,
as disciples
it's
of Jesus
love.
Christ.
That's it.
As we ponder the
But
difference
Mormons
between
don't make the
careful
connection.
and
They say
casual
commandments,
in our
commandments,
gospel living,
obey, obey.
here are
And
some
what they're
thoughts to
talking about
consider.
is the
Are we
prophets.
careful in our Sabbath
They're not talking
worship
about love.
and in our preparation to partake of the sacrament each week? Could we be more careful in our prayers and scripture study, or be more actively engaged in
See, again,
company for
she's
individuals and
trash
families?
talking Mormons
Are we careful in our
and
temple worship? And do
temple.
we carefully and deliberately
It costs money to go to the temple.
covenants we made
10% of
with
your
the
income.
baptism and at the temple?
And
Are we careful in our appearance?
she's
and
trash
modest in our
talking
dress,
Mormons. Mormons have gone to the temple. They've
especially
been
in
perfected.
sacred places
And she's wanting a higher standard than what God of the Mormon Church wants for his members.
Or do the fashions of the world dictate
Fashions.
a more casual attitude?
See, she considers her plain clothes that were $100.
Or are we indifferent or casual in our call to serve?
Oh, man.
Are we careful or casual in what
See,
we
no
read
wonder
and
Mormon
what we
women
watch
are
TV
on depression
and
meds.
on our mobile devices? And
Women.
are we careful in our language?
This is a woman.
Or do we
She's now
constantly
trash talking her
grace
own
the crude and
her own sex within the
the
church.
For the Strength of Youth pamphlet
Oh, the
contains
For Strength of the
standards
Youth
that we follow
pamphlet.
carefully,
The
but
abuse
will
of
enrich
little
blessings
children.
and help us stay on the covenant path. Although it was written for the benefit of the youth, its
She is
standards
totally kissing
do
up to
not
Nelson.
expire when we leave the young men and young women programs. They apply to each of us all the time.
See, the covenant path is the temple path.
May prompt other ways we can be more careful in our gospel living. We do not lower our standards to fit in or to make someone else feel comfortable.
See, now she's being general. What are our standards? Oh, our standards are in the For Strength of the Youth booklet. I have to follow those standards.
Lifting them to a higher, holier place where they too can reap
See,
greater
no,
blessings.
temple. That's the standards of the church.
Each of us to seek the guidance of the Holy Ghost, to know what adjustments we need to make in our lives.
No, just go through the temple. That's it.
I also plead with you not to be critical of others making the same journey.
See, critical.
Judgment is mine, saith the Lord.
See, now she's going after me for saying, no, go to the temple. That's it. But the temple doesn't have the right sealing. You have to have a restoration of the church.
About the
apostate.
is interesting to me.
Yes, Amlicites.
They were no longer associating with Jesus Christ in his church. He put a distinct mark of red on their foreheads for all to see.
Tattoos.
In an opposite way, and as disciples of Jesus Christ,
I personally don't like tattoos.
how do we mark ourselves? Can others easily see his image in
Now
our
she's starting to enter
countenance
into racism
and know
here.
what we represent by the way we carefully conduct our lives? As a covenant people, We are not meant
Covenant.
to blend in with the rest of the world.
We're elite.
We have been called
Racism.
a peculiar
White supremacy.
What
Alert,
a
alert,
compliment.
alert.
As the influences of the world increasingly embrace the evil, we must strive with all diligence to stay firmly on the path that leads us safely to our Savior, widening the distance between our covenant living and
She's not making the connection. The covenant path is not the covenant path. It's a different path of forced compliance.
Mists of darkness are
That's
inevitable
Lucifer's
as we
doctrine in the
journey
Mormon
along
Church.
the covenant path. Temptation and casualness can cause us
What
to
kind of temptation? I want to know. Is there a link I can go to?
And away from the covenant path. For the times when this might happen, our beloved prophet, President Russell M. Nelson, has urged us to get back on the covenant path and to do so quickly. How grateful I am for the gift of repentance and for the power of the Savior's atonement. It's impossible to live a perfect life. Only one man was able to live perfectly while dwelling on this.
She's doing the impossible gospel here.
That was Jesus Christ. Although we may not be perfect,
we are perfect. Go through the Mormon temple.
Can be worthy.
You have to pay for it, but
worthy to partake of the sacrament, worthy of temple blessings, and worthy to receive personal revelation.
This has got
King
Nazism written all over
the
it.
happiness and the blessings that come to
See
those
Kyle.
who carefully follow the Savior. And moreover, I would desire that ye should
Soares never did quote the Book of Mormon. She's going to the Book of Mormon to justify white supremacy.
God. For behold, they are blessed in all things, both temporal and spiritual.
Because if she knew about the Book of Mormon story about the Amlicites, she would have read that we bring upon ourselves our own curse.
Of never-ending happiness.
She's brought upon herself her own curse. Becky Craven, second counselor, Young Women's General Presidency. Young Women. A Nazi sympathizer in the Young Women's Presidency.
Living the gospel of Jesus Christ in the name of
no way.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus don't talk like that. Okay.